What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some big news on the expansion of Michigan's recruiting department, as well as some news on Mike Hart, Will Johnson answering the rumors of potentially transferring. And I also talk about the depth chart at the running back position and Michigan returning the best tight end in college football. I also give some recruiting news, as the new Michigan defensive line coach Greg Scruggs already has some major connections with some 2025 recruits. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The thing I wanted to talk about is the expansion of Michigan's recruiting department. As we've talked about it before, Sherrone Moore, he said that he wants to expand Michigan's recruiting department, and he's already hired Sean McGee as the new football program's general manager, and he will oversee NIL operations, director of player personnel, and the recruiting department. And according to Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider, the staff under the director of recruiting will be greater in number and responsibility. The director will be having 2 recruiting assistants under him, one dedicated to offensive recruits and another dedicated to defensive recruits. And they're also going to be having student assistants, as each assistant coach will have one, and they'll handle all the legwork. They'll help, coordinate call schedules and also get intel on recruits, like their addresses, names, family members, etc. So basically, by doing this, it will take off the stress to all the assistant coaches on the coaching staff, and it should be a much more efficient way and more efficient recruiting department for Michigan, which should help tremendously with recruiting. So Michigan's recruiting operation right now set to go to another level under Sherrone Moore. Let me know what you guys think about that. Me personally, I love it from Sherrone Moore, especially in this day and age with NIL and how hard it is going to be to recruit moving forward. I think this is definitely vital for the football program. So some big news there. I also wanted to again talk about Mike Hart, Michigan's running backs coach. And we don't really know too much of what's going on. It's just been really quiet. A lot of people have said that it could be a personal matter, and a lot of people aren't doing too much digging into it because they care for Mike Hart's privacy. But there are rumors that Mike Hart is on a leave of absence, and that was according to Isaiah Hole on his podcast. So not entirely sure if that is true, but that would definitely explain why it's been so quiet. But obviously, hopefully everything is okay with Mike Hart, and hopefully Michigan can retain him, and we can get that news out very soon. But it's been pretty quiet for a couple months now. So then I also wanted to talk about the Michigan cornerback Will Johnson, because there are potential rumors of him transferring to Alabama and stuff like that. However, according to E.G. Holland of the Wolverine, per Will Johnson's family, his dad said that the rumors of Will Johnson transferring to Alabama are all cap, and that he will be staying at Michigan. So pretty cool there that his dad came out and clarified that for all the fans. Obviously, Will Johnson, he was from the state of Michigan, went to Grosse Pointe South, so Michigan definitely is home for Will Johnson. He's potentially going to be one of, if not the best cornerback in the country next season in college football, so can't wait to see him on another elite defense. Also wanted to talk about Colston Loveland, as he has been ranked as the #1 returning tight end per PFF College. He's going to be a junior, should have another monster year. This past season, he had 649 receiving yards, and that is the most among returning tight ends in college football. So we all know or knew how good Colston Loveland was when we saw him in his freshman campaign, but obviously he's going to be a vital weapon on the offense, especially for Michigan, breaking in a new quarterback. He's also one of very few returning starters on the offensive side of the ball. So I also wanted to talk about Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy, as he is making some huge leaps on some mock draft. One in particular was NFL Network's analyst Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 1.0, which came out on January 19th, and J.J. McCarthy wasn't even a first rounder in that one. But since then, he released his mock draft 2.0 on February 20th, and J.J. McCarthy came in going at number 8 overall to the Atlanta Falcons. There's been a lot of buzz from NFL scouts on McCarthy. They love his traits, and it should be pretty interesting to see how the quarterbacks in this draft, where they all end up and what order it'll go in. Now, the NFL Draft Combine is coming up, and I'm sure a lot of scouts will be interested and excited to see how he does there. But right now, McCarthy, he is jumping up on the draft boards right now. Michigan trying to break the record of the most players drafted in the NFL draft from one college, as they already broke the record for the most combine invites with 18. So, but obviously one of those players is running back Blake Corum, and I wanted to talk about the running back depth chart heading into next season. Obviously, Donovan Edwards will be a senior. He's coming back for his final season. He will obviously be most likely the #1 back. But as far as running back 2, Michigan, they still have guys like graduate Kalel Moling, as he switched over from linebacker in the 2022 season to running back, and he also got a lot of experience this past season with 36 carries for 222 yards. However, Michigan also has sophomore Benjamin Hall, who we all saw in the spring game, had a breakout game in that game, and it seemed like Mike Hart definitely found a 3-star gem. But Michigan also has sophomore Cole Cabana. Now, he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. However, he has fought through some injuries last season. Now, he's a former track star. He could be a nice change of pace back. He also, can add as a pass catching back for the Michigan offense. But obviously, Donovan Edwards is, that's one of his strengths. That's what makes him a great overall back. But Michigan, and I think you guys should all keep an eye on this guy, is the incoming freshman Jordan Marshall. A lot of people have said that he is already a college football ready running back coming out of high school, and he should be ready to roll right away. He's got speed, he's not afraid of contact, and can run through tacklers, and also can shake defenders. He's also already drawn comparisons to Blake Corum, so I would definitely keep an eye on Jordan Marshall next season, as he could definitely find his way up on the depth chart. But let me know in the comment section who your guys' running back 2 and running back 3 would be for Michigan next season. I think we already all know the running back 1 out of Donovan Edwards, but also did want to talk about some recruiting news. And the first guy is the 2025 4-star defensive lineman Ethan Utley from the state of Tennessee, ranked 113th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Now, Michigan obviously has the new defensive line coach out of Greg Scruggs, and good news for Michigan, Utley and Scruggs have actually had a very close bond throughout his recruitment. He told the Michigan Insider that, "Yes, I know Coach Scruggs. He has recruited me at every school he's gone to since my freshman year," and he said he is a great, genuine coach that gets results from his players. So with that connection, on top of his former high school teammate coming to Ann Arbor this upcoming season out of linebacker Mason Curtis, Michigan should definitely be a top school to land Utley. And then another 2025 4-star edge, Marion Dye from the state of Indiana, ranked 314th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. He also has ties with Greg Scruggs, as he told the Michigan Insider that, "I've talked to him a few times at Wisconsin, and he said that he likes him. He seems like a pretty cool coach." So a couple of defensive linemen in the 2025 class that already have connections with Greg Scruggs. And I also wanted to talk about the 2026 running back Javion Osborne from the state of Texas. Now, he isn't ranked on 24/7 Sports. He is ranked as a 4-star on Rivals, but he is a talented back, and he recently talked to Bryce Merritt of the Michigan Insider about the offer from the Wolverines. He said, "When I found out, I was in disbelief." He said, "The recent champions just offered me. I was very amazed and grateful." He also said that the Michigan offer is huge and will put the other schools on notice. And he said, "Michigan runs the football effectively, and that itself makes Michigan a big contender in my recruitment. I'm very interested in Michigan." But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.